Hi, hello. Welcome to the episode of Isaiah's Newsstand. It's your host, Isaiah Edwards. The date is November the 23rd, 2024. Hopefully, this episode finds you well, in good spirits, and high hopes. As for me, I'm doing pretty good. Today was long, but it was efficient. I've been sick, but I've been good, so I'm happy. That being said, I really, really hope that I see some improvement on this cold, because I'm just over it. But that being said, like I said, today was a good day. We went to work for that overtime money and the donuts. What donuts did I get? I got a glazed twist donut and then a blueberry glazed donut, cake donut, blueberry cake donut, and then let's see. I also got a Rice Krispie treat on impulse. I was like really hungry because the last night I just didn't have time. I ran out of time. It was like a spur of the moment thing. A friend wanted to hang out, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll make it happen. And I just realized by the end of hanging out, I was like, I can do an episode or I can eat. And I decided to do the episode and eat an apple. So that's how that went last night. But yeah, after that, I went and did laundry. After laundry, we went to the gym. And then after the gym, we were here now recording. So, yay, hi. Hopefully, you've had a good day. It definitely feels weird, being at home. Like not, going out to the city. But yeah, it's all good. Sometimes you get some quiet nights at home. That's just how it goes, I suppose. But yeah, let's go ahead and do our startup and let's get into some news. And once again, I'm sorry I sound so bad. I'm doing my best here, y'all. All right, all right. Let's start with Bloomberg. They actually didn't paywall me this time. Thank you. Cop29 ends with deal on climate finance after bitter fight. Now, I just want to summarize this like really quick. I don't want to dwell on it too hard. Rich countries have pledged to provide at least $300 billion annually by 2035 through a wide variety of sources, including public finance as well as bilateral and multilateral deals. The agreement also calls on parties to work toward unleashing a total of 1.3 trillion a year, with most of it expected to come through private financing. Now, this was big. It was a lot of push and pull. At the last minute, I think they had upped it up the 50 billion to get to the number that they're at now. But it was a number that a lot of people were saying it's not high enough. Like it's not to scale with the problem that we have. Like climate change has only gotten worse. So a lot of these countries that are still developing and still need more money, who have suffered from, all the people who have benefited off of climate change, with the industrialization, all that kind of shit, yada yada yada, and are now saying like, hey, you need to step up and provide more. Also, we don't want to actually do loans because that's just racking up our debt. We would much rather it be something like a grant. And they're like, we'll see what we can do. And really didn't do too much there. I mean, at least in my opinion. But it is something. Also, the Phantom Menace that is Donald Trump coming back and probably yanking out of the Paris Agreement, Paris Climate Accord, whatever the fuck it's called, is very likely. It's very palpable. So, it kind of all remains to be seen for the future. But that's just a quick summary of COP29. There's more details, but I don't feel like dwelling on it too hard. Actually, let me take a water break. I already need it. Ah. All right. Okie dokie. From People. Prosecutors claim Diddy has led relentless campaign to blackmail witnesses from jail. So a bit of a Diddy Bop update. Federal prosecutors are once again urging a judge not to grant Sean Diddy Combs bail, claiming that the mogul has attempted to tamper with witness witnesses and influence potential jurors from behind bars. Prosecutors filed a motion late Friday in response to one filed by Combs requesting another bail hearing after he was previously denied pre-trial release by two different judges. So this is his third attempt to try to get off on bail. Excuse me. I don't think it's going to work, thankfully. But the Bad Boy Records founder is accused of using the phone access codes known as PAC numbers of other inmates to contact several people, including his sons, from jail, and has made three-way calls to contact other individuals. Prosecutors also allege that Combs has used a third-party communication service called Contact Me ASAP to contact unauthorized individuals. Several of the claims made by prosecutors in the filing are redacted. Prosecutors referenced the case of an October call between Combs and one of his adult sons as an example of his alleged efforts to contact witnesses, but the specifics of that call appear to be redacted. However, prosecutors claim that the call provides the clear inference that the defendant's goal is to blackmail victims and witnesses either into silence or providing testimony helpful to his defense. So it's crazy. Well, I say crazy, but it's not crazy. It's not surprising that like Diddy is using his influence to kind of, get to people, have conversations he shouldn't be having to influence, untowardly. I'm sure that might not even be a word. Fuck it. In his favor. He's trying to tip the scales for himself. They also reference a situation on his birthday where he turned 55 on November 4th. Combs had also sought to shape public perception of the case from behind bars, prosecutors allege. They cite a video posted on Instagram by Combs' son, Justin, featuring the mogul's children singing happy birthday over the phone to their jailed father. And what's really creepy about this, but once again, probably not surprising, after that video goes up, Combs then checks and monitors the video like on the analytics to see what are the comments, what are the views, are people reacting favorably, negatively, and it's like, dude, that's so crazy. Like this is just one, I don't even know if that's allowed the way that was set up. Maybe not, probably not. But it's like, okay, so you make this happen and it's supposed to be like a gesture for yourself. Cause it's like, yeah, you're behind bars. Your family loves you and misses you. But it's like, no, this is a PR thing. This is a PR thing for you to fix your perception in jail about you sex trafficking and abusing women, and men, allegedly. So fuck, man. I mean, it's fucked up out here. So yeah, I mean, in no way am I rooting for Combs in this shit. I will say it's worth noting, it's not mentioned in this article, but I do think that Combs, quote unquote, got a win because prosecution had gained access to notes he had written in prison in his cell. And the defense is like, okay, wait, hold up, Your Honor. How did they get access to that? Because they should not have these notes. Whatever's on here, they shouldn't have had access to them. And I think that tipped in Diddy's favor on that. But I'm not 100% sure. I'm kind of freestyling that. So if I'm wrong, mea culpa, I'll come back with the corrections. But until I hear different, see different, then that's it is what it is. Also, a thing I learned from reading this article in People, Combs' trial is currently scheduled for May of 2025. So there you go there. All right. Let's move on to another freak, apparently. I didn't know that he was this freaky. But I mean, now I know. But yeah, let me go ahead and once again, I gotta take another break. I'm sorry. Oh gosh. Oh yeah, this is peak podcasting. Oh boy. Ooh-wee. Alrighty. From People, once again. MMA fighter Conor McGregor found liable in rape and sexual assault case. Jury rules. I guess I should have said trigger warning on this. I probably should have said trigger warning before, but you know how it goes on this pod. MMA fighter Conor McGregor was found liable in a civil rape and sexual assault case in an Ireland court on Friday, according to multiple reports. The 36-year-old athlete was accused in a civil suit brought forward in 2021 of brutally raping and battering a woman named Nikita Hand while she was intoxicated in December of 2018 after she invited McGregor to join her and a friend at a company holiday party in Dublin. The civil jury determined that McGregor was liable of sexual assaulting Hand and has been ordered to pay damages to her totaling nearly 250,000 euros, which converts into roughly $257,000 in US dollars. I'm sorry, according to the Associated Press and The Guardian. Lawyers for Hand claim that the woman was left with bruises and post-traumatic stress disorder after the assault. She also accused a friend of McGregor's, James Lawrence, of assaulting her on the night in question. Sorry, I got like a little piece of apple in my mouth still. Assaulting her in the night in question, found Lawrence did not assault her, according to The Guardian. Following the verdict, McGregor ducked reporters and declined to comment while leaving the courthouse. Now, he later makes a statement. Let's see. McGregor spoke out in a post on X, formerly known as Twitter, after leaving the courthouse, saying he's disappointed and planning to appeal the decision. I will be appealing today's decision, McGregor wrote. The judge's instruction and the modest award given was for assault, but not for aggravated or exemplary damages. I am disappointed that the jury did not hear all the evidence that the DPP reviewed. I am with my family now, focused on my future. Thank you to all my support worldwide. I would not understand why you're supporting this squatty little fucker. I don't know. I didn't know much about this. Apparently, there's more. There's a bit of history of sexual assault on McGregor's jacket here. At least, it's been reported. I guess you got to slap on it allegedly on some of these. I don't know. But let me pan back to Hand in her quote. To all the victims of sexual assault, I hope my story is a reminder that no matter how afraid you might be, speak up. You have a voice and keep on fighting for justice, Hand told media after the trial. Hand also thanked her daughter on Friday, according to the Associated Press. Hand said her daughter gave her so much strength and courage over the last 6 years throughout this nightmare. Also, I just kind of speaking on X McGregor, I think he recently said that she was like a liar, which is something that it's like you think oh, okay, well, I mean, you're allowed your opinion and expression, blah 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 blah, but you have to definitely be careful of that, because once it's proven in a court of law that you did a thing, now you're saying more shit. And we've seen this with Trump and was it Jean E. Carroll, where it's if you pile on after the verdict and talk shit, that's defamation, dude. It's not fucking worth it for you at all. You're going to wind up paying more money, you stupid fucker. But of course, these motherfuckers just want to be right, even though they know they did wrong. It's the worst thing. I see this shit, sadly, time and time again when it comes to these kind of cases, where a man does a thing, and then they go, oh, well, I didn't do it. And then they get literally convicted because the evidence is pretty fucking palpable. And they go, I didn't do it. That motherfucker's a lying, blah, 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 blah. And it's bro, that's not helping you. You're making your shit worse. So, yeah. Let me, once again, kind of referencing the history here. I want to scroll ahead. McGregor was accused of sexual assault. McGregor has faced multiple accusations of sexual assault in addition to the allegations by Hand. In 2022, a woman claimed in a lawsuit McGregor punched and threatened to drown her while they were celebrating his birthday on a boat in Ibiza. Now that I say this out loud, I do remember hearing about this, actually. It went kind of in one ear, not the other, sadly. I'm not a big McGregor fan. He's just a guy that used to fight in MMA, so I know about him, but I remember hearing about that a little bit. McGregor was also accused of sexual assault again in 2023 when a woman claimed that she was violently forced into oral sex in a bathroom at the Kaseya Center in Miami after Game 4 of the NBA Finals. Prosecutors, however, said they would not pursue the case due to insufficient evidence, ESPN reported. So, just a bit of a rundown update, I guess, on Conor McGregor. Not that we've talked about him on the pod before. Excuse me. Granted, I wondered to Conor McGregor, I don't know his net worth or anything. I imagine that he's got to be fine with that. But this is a bit of weird connection, I guess. But McGregor and I believe Logan Paul, or it might be the Paul brothers entire like together because he's talked shit about them. And they've had like a bit of an online feud. I almost wonder if post this, maybe McGregor actually winds up taking up that fight, and maybe we get this. Like maybe this is like a domino effect thing. Not that I really want to see more McGregor or any of the Paul brothers. I would be glad if they both just fucking disappear. Or, even better. If they all got locked up, that'd be so sick. That'd be so sick. Also, I'm just now thinking about this. What are y'all's thoughts on celebrity prison? Wouldn't that be kind of dope? I kind of fuck with that. Like, you I'm just riffing here, okay? I'm just kind of in the weeds here before we close out on the last article. But like, walk with me here. What if Marvel? What if we had celebrity prison where any and all celebrities that did anything, you put them all in one big penitentiary, and like cameras everywhere all the time, and like we just make a whole reality show. It's essentially the Surreal Life, only behind bars instead of in some shitty house. I actually, don't get me wrong, I know, fuck prison, it's a dystopian fucking hellscape, and like, essentially it's just fucking forced slavery in the modern age. But, if we had Diddy, McGregor, insert your favorite or least favorite celebrity here, that would kind of be interesting. That would be like my locked up abroad, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Oh my God. I kind of fuck with that. That might get me back in. That might make me pro prison. Fuck me. All right. Anyway, we have one more thing I wanted to cover. And, let's take our last break. And then we got to get into some bad beef. Also, since I was just on the topic of the Paul's fighting, someone is suing Netflix for I believe millions of dollars. I'm not sure what the number is. I'm just riffing this for the poor quality of the fight. Which, you know what? I hope that motherfucker gets a bag. I hope he gets a settlement or some shit for sure, bro. I mean, it is what it is. I could probably expand more thoughts on that, but I would just love to see Netflix take a hit for just being so ass at doing something. I'm not going to say that live streaming is easy. Of course not. But, like, they have so much fucking money, and, like, they are not putting it towards actually their bread and butter. Like, why are you fucking making these live events and then saying you're going to make more of these live events? Like, I'm pretty sure they're going to have a fucking big football game or some shit with like Beyonce for a halftime performance, and they're gonna do like another one potentially with Taylor Swift. It's like, bro, if you're telling me these are gonna be as bad as the Tyson Paul fight, bro, just pack it in, dude. Once again, I'm not gonna see it. I don't have a Netflix thing, but you're not getting me back. No way, not with that shit, not with this quality. So yeah, I kind of hope that they kind of lose on that lawsuit too. Anyway, let me close this thing out. Let's park the car. From NBC News, over 160,000 pounds of ground beef recalled due to E. coli risk. Dude, okay. At first, I thought it was going to be Mpox. Then you know what I thought? Okay, dark horse, listeria. Turns out, boom, dead wrong, Isaiah. It was E. coli with a motherfucking bullet, dude. All this fucking dirty ass bacteria, dude. It's in all the food. It's in the carrots. It's in the beef, bro. Oh my God. Oh my God. So yeah, it's a bummer out here, but let's dive in. Let's dig in. Let's chop it up. About 167,000 pounds of both fresh and frozen ground beef products have been recalled over possible E. coli contamination, according to the Agriculture Department's Food Safety and Inspection Service. After the Minnesota Departments of Agriculture and Health noticed a link between a group of reported illnesses and ground beef from Wolverine Packing Co. I mean, that's better than Grim Farm, but what are these fucking names? You're not Wolverine. You're not the animal or the mutant. Why are you naming your meat packing that? It just sounds cool. Please stop it. These sound like places in like Warhammer 40K. Like, please, this sounds like a hive world. I mean, granted, I feel like that's what the powers that be would like to make here, but I know I'm in the weeds. None of my listeners know what I'm talking about here. But yes, Wolverine Packing Co., a meat distributor based in Detroit, the Food Safety and Inspection Service said it worked with the Minnesota departments to investigate. 15 people had been reported sick as of Wednesday with symptoms beginning November 2nd to November 10th. The same day, the Food Safety and Administration Inspection Service said in a news release. The Minnesota Agricultural Department tested a ground beef sample from Wolverine and found that it contained a strain of harmful bacteria called E. coli 0157 H7, which apparently was the same strain that was in the McDonald's burgers. So, or burgers and or onions. I think it was focused on the onions. Hickory, or I think that was a Taylor farm. Well, that was normal. It was Taylor Farms, I think was that one for McDonald's. That's fine. That's vegan kosher enough for me. That sounds on the level. I'm not like, okay, all right. Like Pepper's Farm, like things like that. Why are we not? Let's go back to being wholesome with our farm names. That's all I ask. Call me crazy. Call me old fashioned. Anyway, I think that's more or less it. Actually, I kind of just I covered the whole strands being connected thing. It's all connected, brother. Time is a flat circle. It's all E. coli. It's an everything. But no, hopefully you guys are staying safe and well, and you're not getting any E. coli or listeria or, dare I say, mpox. None of that. None of that shit. Speaking of mpox, this is kind of unrelated. I just wanted to say it since, I love to give a good update off the cuff. With the South Carolina research macaques, I believe it's down to 4. It might be down to 4 monkeys. Don't quote me on that, but I haven't heard any updates outside of that, so I haven't really wanted to make a big article slot for it. But that's relevant. That's a thing. Okay, that's it. That's where we're gonna leave it for today. If you'd like to help out, support the effort, I do have a Patreon, patreon.com/Isaiah News. Feel free to, hit that button. That's a financial thing. That's an investment, a little tip jar for me. But I shout you out at the top of the month and plug a project if you'd like. And then let's see here. Free ways to hit me up, IsaiahNews1@gmail.com. Feel free to follow me or the podcast on any of the socials. And hit the subscription button on the YouTube. Hit the like button. Leave a cool comment. Hit enter. Sharing is caring. And hopefully I see you soon for some more good news. I love ya. Bye-bye. Mwah.